Howdy folks. Now it is Saturday, July 16th and it has just gone 9 o'clock in the evening here in England somewhere, out in Oxfordshire, and I'm going to lead you down the road. I was going to go through the woods, but I don't think you can see much down there, so let's go down this way, down a lane, nice leafy lane, and see where we end up. So, it's the height of summer, and also right now in England we're experiencing something of a heat wave. Now, usually every year we have a heat wave that's going to make us all close down and strip off naked, and we're going to run out of water. But this one's pretty hot. In a couple of days we're expected to go up to about 37 or 38 degrees, which is pretty hot for us. Some stables over there. Not sure where the horses are. They might be in bed, or they might be over here in the field having a frolic. I don't know if you can see that over there. We'll see more of that when we get further over. So it's a nice little area, fairly near to where I live. But it's a bit off the beaten path, as you can see. It's only an old dirt track that leads through to some farmland, and yeah, it's a nice evening. The air is very sweet and nice because you can smell all the hay and corn and stuff like that, which is just about ripening. It's been a very hot day today. I was at work in a cafe, so I was boiling hot. But now it's pretty cool, so I've got a shirt on and a beanie, which isn't just to cover my bald head, but it helps. So walking down this path, and I haven't seen anyone yet. I'll occasionally see dog walkers. Maybe when we get to where we're going, it might be a bit busier some days. There we go, just out into the field there. Probably a couple of horses rampaging around there. And again, if you're out in the fields, out in the countryside, and you see a horse that you don't know, treat it with respect. Don't feed it junk, these sandwiches. Leave it well enough alone. Normally these animals are well looked after, so don't worry about them. Say hello, wave, leave them be. Yeah, it's just gone the point where the sun is coming down, so it's pretty much setting now, and I still love the light evenings of British summer, but I get kind of depressed because by the time we get to the middle of July, which we are now, the evenings are starting to get a little bit darker, a little bit sooner. So even though it'll still be light until, I don't know, 9:30, nearly 10 o'clock sometimes, I feel it's not as bright as it should be. And if I could afford to live in a country where the sun dipped at about 4 in the morning for 5 minutes before coming back up again, then I'd probably move there most of the time. Anyway, I don't know if you can peek through here. Now, oh, on that fence post, it's a great big buzzard. See him? There he goes. Through the field, if you can see that. He's decided to perch up on that other post because I upset his little hunting ground. Sorry about that, mate. This is the best time of the evening to see a lot of birds, actually, because animals like barn owls, those white things that are almost completely silent, will be around hunting, especially in the summer. And you'll see them just gliding around looking for little things to gobble up. I don't know if you got quite a glimpse of what was over there. That's where we're heading. It's going to be a quick walking around looking at stuff because well, it's getting dark and I haven't had my dinner yet, so I'm going to make it a pretty quick one before I get back and before the light goes down. And I'm on my own, so if anyone walks past they'll think I'm mad. you know, because not everyone walks around vlogging and doing 360 videos. Some people just think you are a bit of a loony, and not to be ableist and all that, you know. But, you know, you sound a bit mad talking to yourself, looking at a screen. So that's where we're heading, down there. We are definitely not in golden hour anymore. The light has gone down over the horizon to a point where we're not getting the golden light of the sunset, and we're now getting that blue kind of look. So I hope you can still see me okay. And I haven't quite worked out how to edit these things as a 360 video, so that I can check all my settings and change them over without stopping the video. So I'm not going to stop the video, and you're going to stay with me for a little bit. Now I'm going to be quiet for a moment as we walk down this way. Turn that way. Excuse my stomach rumbling, by the way. Now, this is where I was bringing you. And what is this? Two random buildings in the middle of a load of countryside? Well, actually, it's what remains of Northley Roman Villa. And this is a place I visited a lot, both when I was a kid, and our school made us visit the place and dress up as Romans and do Roman things, like make cakes and stuff like that. So it's an English heritage site, and you can visit here pretty much any time of the day. There's no entrance fee or anything like that. You just come along and respectfully visit. So this old building, this is an old shepherd's hut here, which is often used by English heritage, I believe, as a sort of base when they come down here and do stuff, or do some teaching. And over there is what remains of a mosaic. Now, from what I know of this Roman villa, it was quite important in the kind of route between here and Cirencester and various other important Roman towns in Britain way back when. So yeah, you can see it's quite a big site, and I'm just going to zoom you up a little bit. And it extends pretty much as far as we know, all the way over to the hut there, to over here, and all the way back to where you can see that mode part is. And there was various land around that they would have had. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk around, and I'm going to put you up there so you get a good old view in the air. Now, the Romans obviously left quite an influence around England, and there's lots of things that they left here that show they were here, from the town names to different types of roads and ruins and things like that. But one of the things they left in this area is snails, because they liked eating snails, and the big French snails are far, far bigger than the boring old English snails. So around this area you'll actually find quite a lot of blooming great big snails, but pretty much only in this area around here, only in these fields around here. They've not migrated, they've not gone up into the nearby villages. It's just in this surrounding area, so whatever is down here has kept them here. You know, maybe it's just a nice little valley which works for them. Who knows? But yeah, you can see all the remains, and there's hypocausts and crazy things that they did. Roman baths. Well, they would be Roman baths. They're just baths because they belong to Romans. Now, if you do come here, there's no animated talks or, you know, mannequins with Roman garb on. It's just like this. Occasionally there's events like the, you know, historical things, like they open the mosaic and you can go and have a look at it, but it's pretty quiet. You know, we're in the middle of farmland. Now I don't know if you'll be able to see at all in there. Probably not. It's very dark right now. It's very dark normally. But it is worth coming down to have a look at it. If you look at this little information plaque here, and I'm going to stand here for a moment, you can see that's actually pretty well preserved, and that's pretty much what you can see. Various different bits that have survived, you know, 1600 years, something like that. Crazy. They were here for a few hundred years before they decided to go, before the Roman Empire retreated and went about its way. But yeah, so it's a nice little site, and if you do come, please treat it with respect. You know, don't climb all over the ruins. You know, you might have to step over them once or twice, but don't climb over them and damage them. You know, certainly don't take any bits home with you. Just come and look at it and take it all in and enjoy what history is left behind, and leave it behind for some other people. So one thing about I really like down here is just how big the sky feels. If you look around me, there's not much in the way down here, because a lot of where we live is obstructed by roads and houses and even trees around us. But because there's not many around us, and it feels kind of flat around here, you've got this huge expanse of sky, which is pretty nice. And a lot of times you can come down here of a summer evening and there's no one here, so you can take it all in and take a moment to enjoy the peace. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to scoot you up and be quiet for a minute, and you can just look around. Well, sometimes peace and quiet in the English countryside is quite noisy. I think there's a dog home or something like that. A kennel's over there, and we're in the middle of farmland, so you've got sheep and sheepdogs and dogs going for walks. But we're pretty lucky to have a place where you can come and be quiet. And yeah, it's just getting that nice little bit of chill. We need it right now. And it'll be the kind of light and kind of temperature that I'll miss an awful lot when we get to winter. Because I'm a summer kid and I really love the light evenings and the warmth of summer and all the flowers and hay and barley and all that sort of stuff that comes up. But yeah, if you look over, you can see all the workings of this. And sorry if you're looking at this in a bizarre way, but you can see a little bit more like that. Different channels used for heating and all the kind of crazy intelligent things that the Romans did. And that sounds like a train. Did we just miss it? Somewhere over there. It will come. Anyway, I believe these Insta360 videos cut out half an hour. Oh, hang on, you might see the train. Keep your eyes open, kids. There we go. Wave, wave! I love seeing the trains go by. I mean, I've got a car, but if I could afford to go by train everywhere, I would. It's a nice way to travel, especially of a summer evening. And then we're going to go down next to these plants, which I'm sure some of you will know the names of. But I don't, but they look nice, don't they? Anywho, the light's getting pretty dim, and it is now 17 minutes past. So I should probably just walk up the top here and say goodbye. Now, of course, I'm having to travel across these bits, and you just have to be careful and do your best not to disturb anything. Certainly don't take anything with you. Well, thanks for coming with me. Solo me. While I've been walking around looking at stuff. And hopefully I'll see you again. It might be better weather. It might be worse. It might be really hot. Who knows? Anyway, thanks for joining me. And have a good evening. Or day. Or night. Or morning. See you later. Bye-bye.